pallbearers, members of the congregation, it's funeral time. I got the Google Pixel 3 on deck, and we're gonna funeralize this phone. And I'm gonna give you reasons why. In 2018, we're not dealing with this crap, with subpar product at a high price. And I think that the Google Pixel have some good stuff, but it's just not enough at this high premium price. And I'm going to give you reasons why we funeralizing the Google Pixel. So let's get into it. Thank y'all and welcome to the funeral. Let's start by talking about the design of the Google Pixel. As you see, I have one here on deck. And to me, when I look at this Google Pixel 3, it is one of the hideous, ugliest phones of all times. I think this phone is going to go down in the record books as being awful. A device that you can't bear looking at. I don't know where Google got this design cues from, but obviously they didn't ask the consumer. I think people from Google need to get out the cubicles and ask people how to design a phone, what they're looking for in the design. Looking at the Google Pixel, it is a hideous, awful looking phone. So a lot of you guys might say, well, easy, we're gonna put a case on it anyway. Is that acceptable to have an awful looking product? The design of the Google Pixel 3 and the Google Pixel 3 XL is one of the worst looking phones I ever saw, with a notch. The Google Pixel 3 XL with that notch, you would think that they would bring something like Intelligent Scan or Face ID or something like that. As I revealed earlier in the video, that the Google Pixel 3 XL and the Google Pixel 3 does not have Face ID whatsoever, not even trusted faces. So why is that? Why have a notch where you don't have no features? Next on the list, and one of the reasons why we funeralized the Google Pixel 3 and the Google Pixel 3 XL is the specs. This is 2018. Phone companies is bringing the thunder. Unfortunately, the Google Pixel has not. For $799, $800 plus for the Google Pixel 3, you get an 845 processor with 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage with no SD card support. Now wait a minute. With those specs, for that price point, you could get a OnePlus 6 with 8 gigs of RAM, 845 processor with a beautiful design and all the updates that you know and love for almost half the price. So why is it that I have to pay $800 plus for a Google Pixel with subpar specs? Not in my book. No way. I mean, no way in 2018 with the plethora of phones that's out that give you more bang for your buck should we settle for a Google Pixel 3 for what we getting. Also, it's no headphone jack on this device. Now, I remember back in 2017 when Google mocked a lot of devices out there saying that we have a headphone jack and you don't. And now look at it. In 2018, Google removed the headphone jack and they give you a dongle in the box. You gotta be kidding me. Why? Why are we removing headphone jacks? We gonna hold their feet to the fire. Because there's no excuses for not having a headphone jack in 2018. Next on the list is the cameras. Now, wait a minute. In 2018, we started to see devices that put 3 cameras on their phone, 4 cameras on the phone, 5 cameras on the phone. And the Google Pixel 3 has 1 single camera on the back and dual cameras up front. And a lot of people out there saying that the Google Pixel 3 and the Google Pixel brand has the best cameras on the planet. Now, I beg to differ. Back a couple of years ago when I had the Google Pixel 1, I debunked that. I got videos on my YouTube channel to prove that. It's not king supreme when it comes down to the cameras. I passed on the Google Pixel 2 because of the bad screen technology. Also, I don't believe in the cameras that everybody say that the cameras is king supreme. Now, since I've been having the Google Pixel 3, I stand my ground. When it comes down to still footage, I would give it to the Google Pixel. It is very good and sharp. But it can't be king supreme if it doesn't have 1080p 60 frames per second and also 4K 60 frames per second. We know that the 845 processor can handle such frame rates, but Google decided not to implement it in the Google Pixel 3. Now, how could you be king supreme of the cameras and I don't have all the modes that other devices have? Take, for instance, the Galaxy Note 9. That phone can shoot at 1080p 30, 60. Also, that phone can shoot at 4K 60 frames per second. Now, how come Samsung can do it, but Google can't? But you want to charge the same price as a Galaxy Note 9. That's unacceptable in my book. The Google Pixel 3 start off at $799, and that's before tax. Where I live at, the phone go cost me over $800+, and that's not even including the case, screen protector. So we talking about mid $900 with all the bells and whistles. For 64 gigs of internal storage, that sounds like a joke. If I wanted 128 gigs of storage, I have to pay $899. That's going to be almost $1,000 price point for a Google Pixel 3 128 gigs. The Google Pixel 3 XL start off at $899, and again, before the bells and whistles and tax. You're talking about mid, almost $1,000 for 64 gigs of internal storage, no SD card support, and one single camera that people told that is the best camera on the planet. I beg to differ. If you wanted to get a 128 gigabyte storage Google Pixel 3 XL with a notch, with no Face ID, no storage options besides the 128 gigs, no SD card support, you got to cough up over $1,000. You gotta be kidding me. I'll give you guys the Google Pixel 3. We funeralizing it in 2018. We no longer accept it. So pallbearers, members, I give to you the Google Pixel 3. So let's bow our heads and say our last goodbyes to the Google Pixel 3.